Hi loves, it's Shanda. How are you? And welcome to Shanda Says. You are officially in the Pink Room. Tonight is Friday evening, and normally I do the Pink Room on Wednesdays or Thursdays nights, but my schedule's been a little crazy, so I said, you know, it doesn't matter what night as long as I upload. Happy New Year to you. Once I finish this video, there will be another video I'll be posting that are my goals for the Pink Room for 2016. So, there will be a follow-up video to this video regarding the Pink Room and how it's going to be different this year. But in moving through tonight's subject, it's not a subject that I readily have spoken about. I think I've done a video in regards to men dealing with a woman cheating, but I never spoke about a personal experience that I went through. And I felt like, you know what, with the Pink Room this year, I want to talk about more than just sex. And again, my follow-up video will explain more of what my goals are for Shanda Says in the Pink Room moving forward this in 2016. But tonight's topic was brought on about was inspired by Love and Hip Hop. I was looking at a video of Peter Guns and his two women that he's involved with. I think one's name is Amina. I forgot the other young lady's name. But it's just how he cheated on one woman, and now it's just totally escalated to both these women being involved with him and children being involved. And so I said, you know what, I need to discuss cheating, and I need to do it and talk about it in a way that's personal. Whenever I give you guys advice, I always want to come from a place where I know what I'm talking about. It normally is through personal experience. Not everything I've experienced personally, but again, in 2016, these are new things about me that I'm going to share with you. Now, this episode will be longer. One of the things you guys requested was my videos being longer. So let's do it. If you're not doing anything, just hang out with me in the Pink Room. So tonight's subject is all about cheating. And quick question, have you ever been cheated on? Have I ever been cheated on? Yes, I have. And I will tell you, before I get into all of this, it was a long time ago, but even now, when I think about it, I get choked up about it because for me, it was that painful. And it's still one of those things that sticks with me that I carry in terms of insecurity and how it still plays out with me and how I'm still affected by what happened. But let me say this. I'm one of those women that, and you know me through the Pink Room, you know me, I'm one of those women. I'm one of those women that literally really loves and enjoys taking care of my man. I enjoy cooking for him and looking good for him and being there for him and sexually doing all types of crazy stuff to make him happy. So I admittingly am one of those women that I had arrogance. And I don't know if that sounds crazy, but I had arrogance that, well, I'm not the kind of woman a man cheats on because I'm every woman. I'm just everything. You know, I don't complain. I let him have his freedom. He could watch porn. He could play games. He could go out with his friends. He could do whatever he want to do. I trust him. We're good. And I'm screwing the hell out of him. So we're good. Well, even with all that, I still was cheated on. And when I tell you it was devastating, it was devastating. I'm an emotional person anyway, and I'll just looking at ASPCA commercials, I'm crying, you know. So someone hurting me in that capacity almost renders me inconsolable. Like I can't even operate. Like I'm crying for days. My bags under my eyes are this thick. I can't even operate in a way that's functional or even in a way it's just not me. I just can't do it. And again, being honest with you guys and sharing this, I was so arrogant in my thinking about my relationship. I was just like, me? You screwed around on me? The kid? The woman that gives you sex all the time? The woman that blows you all the time, the woman that does all these freaky things with you, you still, and not just to mention that, the fact that I emotionally love you and take care of you and will oftentimes put my needs secondary to you. You did this to the kid? That was my thinking. I literally was one of those women that, and maybe, I don't know if I'm the only woman that has ever thought like that, but I just felt like that doesn't happen to women like me. I'm the woman that most guys want. I'm that girl. I'm the pro man woman. It doesn't happen to me. And it happened. And again, it was devastating. And my feelings ran from extreme hurt and crying to anger to insecurity, because when someone cheats on you, you literally feel like somehow I didn't do something right. Initially, you take on blame because you're like, okay, what could I have done better? What could I have done differently? Did I not love him enough? Did I not do enough? Did I do something wrong? And in fact, there are things that we sometimes lack. But if you pretty much know you've done the best you could do and you've done right by this person, it's really not about you. It's about them and a choice they made to go outside of the relationship and do something painful and hurtful and selfish. Because honestly, when you cheat or you go outside your relationship, it's a selfish thing. When you love someone and someone loves you so much, it's a selfish thing for you to go out and do something that you know could be detrimental to the marriage or to the relationship. It's really tough when the person you love hurts you. And how do you get past it? And are you ever the same? My answer to that is no. I don't know if it could ever be the same. Can I still love you? Yeah, I'll still love you. Will it ever be the pure white that it was? No, it's blemished. And, I'll be honest, I've never been one of those kind of women that dealt with cheating on a really regular basis. So maybe that's part of my arrogance. Maybe that was part of it because I was one of those people that I didn't experience it much because, again, I'm thinking, I'm that woman, I'm that chick, I provide everything, so why would he do this to me? Why would it happen to me? But the reality is, it can happen to any of us. It can happen. And it has nothing to do with beauty. Because I'll be honest with you, I saw the woman that he cheated with. And my beauty, I will say this, I have gotten compliments on my looks. And I'm grateful for it because at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with me. My looks have everything to do with my parents and what God has blessed me with. Do I have the responsibility of maintaining it? Absolutely. But my character is my beauty. My character is my beauty. But anyway, with that being said, this particular woman, and I'm going to keep it 100. I looked at her and was like, seriously? You cheating on me with this? Why would you even risk everything that we have for this kind of person? Like, look at her. She's a hot mess. And it dawned on me. I said, what the? I don't want to cuss. It is a pink room and I could. But this video is so important to me that I don't want to take it there. But I was like, what in the world? So a long time ago, I had a male friend tell me, I would say, why do men, and I'm only speaking on the female end because I'm a female, and there are many men that have dealt with a woman cheating on them, and it's just as devastating. So this is not a gender video, this is just a human video, but I'm saying this from a woman's point of view. I said, Why do men always cheat with women that's like less than? Like, honestly, if she look like J-Lo or she look a certain way, then I get it. Okay, then I'm like, damn, Shonda, she bad. But I'm looking at this like, really? Really? And he said to me, men will oftentimes cheat on a woman that looks less than their woman because he don't feel no guilt about it in terms of just how she look and how she get down. If she looks better than my woman, it's going to be harder for me to stay away from her. Now, I don't know if all men think like that. But he said if you cheat with a woman that's more beautiful than your woman, you can't leave her alone. These type of women, you could screw the uglier ones or whatever that is in them that you found enough to get your dick hard with. It's something to do, get your need over, and it's done. But what do you feel and how do you feel about things when I'm sorry this moved, I'm sorry guys. When you still think that you've done everything you could do to service your relationships and to service, the individuality of a man, and it still wasn't enough? And how do you move on in forgiveness and being able to rebuild? And it's very difficult. It's not something that is going to happen overnight. It's not something, it may take years. The effects of cheating and regaining trust, it takes years. And I have this little experiment. You see this piece of paper? Look how nice. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, my camera be acting up. Hold on, babies. Okay. You see this piece of paper, right? This is trust, and this is the beginning of your relationship. You see how great that is, right? Now, this is what happens once you cheat, right? This is what happens once you cheat. And once you get found out and you're caught, you don't want your man or your woman to leave you, you're asking them to take this piece of paper and make it straight again. So now look. It's got all type of cracks and creases in it. Can I still write on it? Can broken crayon still color? Yes. Is it the same? Absolutely not. It's not the same. And the advice I want to share with you guys is that people we love are going to make mistakes. There's different levels of mistakes. There's lying. There's, hoarding money. There's stealing money. There's so many things that when we're in love, a person could do to hurt us, to shatter trust. And cheating is so devastating because if you think about what intimacy means, when I say intimacy, it's not just sex. It's the intimacy of being with that person, and someone else was able to take that and share that. And that's a devastating thing. I don't want to share my man with any woman. Now, if I want that kind of relationship or that kind of understanding, then that's different. I'm signing up for something that I'm aware of. But do I want to, in general, share my partner? No, I don't. There's too much out here sexually that can be transmitted because it's too much negativity that could be brought to something that it takes couples years to build. And it's just, sometimes it's irreparable. Not everybody has the ability to forgive. And even if you did, and months could go along, or maybe a year or two, after a while you're just like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't trust you. One thing about me, and maybe it's because of my mom, I've never been a woman to babysit a man. I pretty much allow any man that I love to be his own person and to move the way he wants to move. Of course, I want him to have consideration for us and be like, babe, I'm going to do this or whatever. But I don't want to have to babysit you. So once you cheat on me, there's that insecurity of, wow, you didn't answer your phone. Where are you? It's those kind of little things that creep into your mind, that it could be innocent and he's really sorry, or she's really sorry and she's really trying to rebuild. But because that trust was ripped apart, you're still having question marks. So, in moving forward, I want to ask you guys, because in the comments, you guys don't only get advice from me, you get advice from each other. And if you ever went through anything like this, if you were cheated on, how did you cope? What did you do? What worked for you? And for me, I'll be honest with you, it was lots of prayer. It was lots of I don't want to cry about it. A lot of trust that has to be reinstilled, and that takes work from me. And if I love a person enough, am I willing to see through it? With that being said, you can only hope that someone will respect that you still love them regardless of their mistakes. But what I will say is this: as much as I would love any man, there are only so many times you have to disrespect me. And I pass this on to you. There is nothing wrong with being in love, because being in love is the most beautiful emotion. And here's the thing about love: no one has to love you. Love is not something you're just guaranteed. So the fact that someone on this earth loves you and supports you, that is a blessing. That is a blessing, and it should be treated with reverence and respect. With that being said, understand that someone loving you is by choice. And if you keep hurting and doing something over and over and over again and allowing someone to disrespect you, at some point as a person, you have to stand up for yourself and say, I deserve better than this. Me loving you is not a license for you to mistreat me. And that's not man, that's not woman, that is human. That is human. You don't allow anyone to continuously disrespect you. Now, will people make mistakes? Absolutely. Do people have a right to redemption? I believe they do. The Bible teaches us that. But there's a difference between redeeming yourself and someone that keeps repeating a behavior that's hurtful to you. And if they cannot respect you, they have to go. Because you know what my mom used to say? And I'm going to pass it on to you guys. You ain't come into this world with anybody, and you're more than likely going to leave on your own. You could do bad all by yourself. And you've all have heard that one. This video has been almost 20 minutes, and I totally love you guys. I'm hoping that you watched it all the way through, because attention spans are just not like they used to be. But it's such a good subject. It's something that we could actually talk about on and on and on and on and on. There's so many stories. But again, this is part of 2016 and changing things and making my episodes. Episodes, that's what I'm calling them, not just videos. They're episodes. And I love you guys, and I thank you for always supporting Shanda Says and the Pink Room. And again, tonight's subject is painful. If you have something to share, please do. You don't have to give your name, of course, but just talk about what you felt and, you know, how you got through it, and give someone else some advice that may help them go through this, because people go through this a lot. And real quick, I want to say this to the men, because I know we women could easily be like, men ain't shit, they this, y'all do this. Men get hurt too. And then there's nothing worse than a man that's been hurt, and now every woman afterwards pays for that one woman's mistake. We've seen enough or heard enough songs. Ain't nothing for me to cut that bitch off. I don't fuck with you. All these things where men are just hurt, really. And their hearts are made of steel because someone hurt them. Honestly. But anyway, I love you. Email me, shandasays1@gmail.com. Follow me, Instagram, Shanda Says. Twitter, Shanda Says. And I love you. And more big things for 2016. Not just the girls. But I love you. And remember, stay pinked. Mwah. Oh, my loves. Bye.